Alright. So now we're going to go into the Fallout soundtrack, because that was from my game. And the song's coming along okay. It could use some more work. I think the bass line is too repetitive, especially. Like, it could do with some more actual movement, because I only recorded a couple actual, because I don't really play bass, so I only had a few... I could only do a few licks before I was too tired to actually play anything else. But there's elements that I quite like. And it's better than the original version in the demo that was actually released. Because the problem is, anytime that I start composing music, because I'm starting to make music for the game again, but anytime I do, I wind up spending like 2.5 hours just like listening to old music. Oh wait, I see my preview here in the corner. But okay, so last time I drove myself crazy. This time, so today I have sort of like a weird headache. It's not like painful, but it feels like blood vessels in my head are about to explode. You know what I mean? And not in like a painful way, but in like a there's too much blood going to my temples way. But okay, so last time I was gonna do more furniture stuff. Oh wait, I don't like that. Hang on, what was that? Ah, okay. I think I know what it is, though. Speaking of, why is this open? So if we go to this, I'm thinking there's a scaling issue, because typically when you ledge grab, because I still don't know why, like, scaling doesn't work. Like, I feel like it should just work. Okay, but whatever. Like, because again, like, rotation and translation are typically just represented as a matrix. So I don't get how the scale substantially changes anything, you know? Like I don't know of a way of representing, like, is there a less computationally intense way of representing just the rotation and scale that I'm not following? I don't get it. Anyway, let's go to it's going to be environment train set uh the cargo cart. Now if we go back here, oh yeah, it doesn't export because of course it doesn't. Okay, there we go. At last. Okay, close all tabs. And for so many of these, I... No game. This is not. The scale here is 1. How is it not 1? I set it to 1. I set it to 1. I did that. I clicked that thing. Now we play the game of, is it going to work this time? There we go. This may turn into a me playing playing whatever random video games I feel like playing to keep my head from exploding stream, if this keeps up. Maybe it's because of work. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. Well, I guess maybe I won't disclose it too much, but basically, technology. I don't like it very much. I love video games and I love making video games, but I would love to do it if there was no technology. Maybe I should, like, make, like, wooden toys. Or, like, get, like, a plastic injection mold kit or something. And I'll just, like, make my own manufactory. Is that the proper term? Let's see. Oh, yeah, and I've decided. So here, I've changed some of the things. So I've changed some of the priorities for things in here, because it used to be that all of this furniture was won't ship. Let's see. Yeah, let's say it's won't ship. I've just reduced some of it. Yeah, we need the front door. Oh, I see that I did not save that. I see. Well, you get to see it now on stream. Okay, so can't ship but would be ashamed. Bathroom door is important. Coat rack could ship. Bath mat could ship. Oh wait, I already completed this one. And then also I'm going to do spice other cooking things. Because I think Persephone would have like a really lavish place. But I'll say that's also could ship. Clothes hangers. Sink in counter. I'll say can't ship but would be ashamed. And I mean, I guess I don't really need these. Because this area is, again, not going to be actually in the demo playable area. So I don't need it for V3. It'll be won't ship for the final version of the game. But I will say, I'm going to keep the bed here. And I'll keep that here. Supply that. And let's save it this time. So yeah, all we need for my sanity. Front door. Bathroom door. Yeah. I'll keep that. It'd be weird to not have a bathroom door. I mean, I guess I don't even have the bathroom. I'll just, like, once there's actually a bathroom in here, then I'll make the bathroom door. Front door and bed. That's all I need, and then I can, bump this down, and then we can bump this down, and then we can start working on everything else. Okay, let's do that. Let's save and quit. And I'm also getting some samples up for... Or I've been collecting samples off-stream to use in the music, because that's going to be another thing that's going to be off-stream, because I can do commentary on that. I should have actually kept this open, because I need this. So we're going to do... you know what? Let's add a new collection. And we'll link it. Oh yeah, I did literally everything yesterday, so it's not like this is going to help me too much. Where is Persephone's house? So I need the interior. So I want to make the bed. Oh. Let's see, and I guess I've been on like a cartoon news kick recently with like the like discussion of what was it? Murdered drones and then the amazing digital circus. So I guess continuing that trend, I did see the trailer, one of the trailers for the new Rick and Morty season. Which I guess, well, to be honest, I only watch it when I'm at my brother's house because he has Hulu, and he's given me his account details, but I just don't bother installing it or like enabling it. But whenever I'm over, I'll sometimes watch the latest Rick and Morty to see what I missed. You know, so that if that's not a glowing recommendation, I don't know what is. This is an incredible bed. Isn't that just wonderful? In fact, let's do something really fancy. Check this out. But also, she would have it substantially thicker. And maybe, you know what, I'll also do a blanket on top. I guess it'll just be, oh yeah, because I won't have it collide. So this will just be blanket. And maybe someday I'll build up the courage to once again attempt, like physics. Let's start simple. I guess. You know what? I'll give my very important thoughts on Rick and Morty. I think I liked it I liked it better in the early seasons. I guess is my summary. Basically, I feel like the later ones, they were sort of like, it feels like they're trying too hard. Like, because it was like, I don't know, with things like I don't know, it feels like it was somehow simultaneously trying too hard to not try. Like, ironically, the thing that I think of is there's the episode of Community where one of the characters is taking. I didn't watch much Community. I only watched a little. Like I said, I don't really watch TV unless like I'm at somebody's house. But it was because Dan Harmon also worked on Community. Is why it's ironic, by the way, because he works on Rick and Morty still. But basically, it was like a lesson on spontaneity, and he just didn't know how to do it. Like he always had to try to be cool, and that kind of feels like what Rick and Morty is now. Like it's always trying to be cool. I wonder if I can do. Can I do like? How can we do the normals? That doesn't seem to do much. But no, I am gonna. You know, honestly, this is not nearly as like. Bent as I was intending it to be. I don't know if I actually want to do anything more with this. I'll do some pillows or something. Yeah, I think there's sort of like an effortless like mix of sincerity and like cynicism and the goofiness of the first two seasons. And maybe it's also just because if they weren't intending for the evil Morty at whenever that was, whatever episode that was that season 1 or 2? I don't know. It feels like it was way too good if they didn't intend for that to be like a like something that they would evolve and build on later on. Like I said, if it was just meant to be a one-off gag, they ironically went too hard on it. Like with the, because that song now is like everywhere still. So it's like, because I've honestly had that happen before, where I work on something and then I like need to make something seem intense as a joke, and then when I do it, it's too intense and it doesn't feel like a joke. I'll just make the hello. But yeah, maybe they were actually intending it, and then maybe it's like, because I'm interested in like the internals of how the show worked, like because it could be that because they realized they were going to get a whole bunch of deals from Adult Swim, they're like, oh, we plotted this like beginning, middle, and end, but if we're going to get this show for like 1,000 more seasons, it's not going to work to have an end to the show or like to end this plot. So then they kind of cast out. And then they had the episode making fun of it, or like sort of making fun of the idea of Evil Morty coming back, and then they brought Evil Morty back. Also, I should say, I'm very aggressively like spoiling all of Rick and Morty, but it's like, I don't know if they would care. Like, if the creators would care that much. I don't even know if any of it's gonna go anywhere. So I don't know. But then again, I'm never really like, I've never cared too much about spoilers for things. Well, I don't know. I don't even pay attention enough to what people say about media to really understand spoilers. Like if someone hasn't seen the show, they're gonna be like, Evil Morty would, I don't know. Or like, oh, okay, Evil Morty, I guess I'll watch out for Evil Morty then. And then I think they won't really know what's happening until it happens, and then they're like, oh, that's neat. But yeah, long story short, uh, it tries too hard to seem carefree, like that one episode of Community. Let's see. Actually, let's get this. I'm just gonna do another game that I want to play soon is or that I started playing. Still need to keep playing. It's I'm almost there. Planescape Torment. That's the one. I played it recently, or started playing it. Let's get all of these. No, these two are fine. This one and this one. And then I guess I'll just, I don't know what that was. Let's call this furniture. And it'll be like a bed, like box bed or something. Oh wait, and I have to export it. Uh, 049. And let's make the bed static body collide with the camera. Hmm. Hmm. So for this one, I could do the same thing. Where I have all of them be incredibly tacky stuff. Wait, also, all of this stuff was supposed to be children of this, Wait, no, hang on. No, okay, it was supposed to be part of this. Okay, so this... Get this out of here. We need this up here in the active zone. I think, honestly, for these pillows, I'm not going to have them have a coat like... New coat. New, I wonder what sort of hearts I can use here that would be any good. Alright, what if I just... Eh, that seems good enough. Excuse me. I think what I need... I'm going to put this in the to-do list. Unique patterns. And I'll say that's a higher priority than the other, some of the other furniture, like the kitchen and stuff, because that'd be neat. There we go. Okay. And now it looks okay. Yeah, that's decent. Alright, so now we need... Well, I guess the pillows could have the same material. What if I did... So now we're going to have a very good way of setting this up, which is to have these two use a signal instead of just merging them into the mesh. Actually, no. Instead of doing it badly, I can just do it well. So yeah, now all of these work properly. Because the idea of having a unique texture there is kind of dumb. Oh, wrong one. Or no, a unique script that has a signal just to do the same effect as if they were all the same mesh. So now her pillows have the same texture as the rest of her, all of my USB devices. It's a very convenient thing that keeps happening. All of my USB devices die simultaneously and disconnect, including the external hard drives. Which is very... I think it's just... I don't know what it is. The computer's on its last legs. And this bad USB hub that I have that's cheaply attached does not help. But okay, what I need to do... Let's mark seams. And these will have basically the same UV map. Excuse me. But it'll be much more detailed. There we go. And then I can figure out... I mean, for now, I can just use this, because this is going to be placeholder. It's not like I did something good with the carpet there. Oh yeah, I also need the materials for the interior. Maybe I'll do... I guess I can keep this placeholder outside here for now. But the interior... I guess local triplanar. And then, let's see, do I want this here? For now it's fine. So let's do for the walls. Now I'm just basically copying the medium's color scheme. What if I use this one? Is that too much? That might be too much. I think it needs the trim. I don't know what that's called. Oh yeah, I guess it almost certainly would, now that I'm looking at it. You know what, let's add that. So that is... I think these... It's gonna be cabinet. I guess I'll keep this in here for now. I guess I'll do all of these. Let's see, and instead of having the bevel, I can get away with just doing this. Excuse me. But I could also make this frame here a different material, because basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make all of this stuff unique. Okay, let's make sure we could do this stuff. And then, wait, we have 2 material slots? What? Where are these from? Oh, I see. Wait, let's remove both of these. And then we can assign this as a new material. Okay, so let's see what this looks like in here. Yeah, it's coming along. I think that definitely makes it easier to understand what's happening here. So for this interior part, we need this again, and then we'll need some of this faux marble. That's a little too much. What if I just did the noise? So there's just a little bit of grain and interest to it. And then for these... I could do the fake wainscot. Because I can do tile on the top to make it look like... let's do like 2. Or even 3. I mean, this does sort of look more like bath tiles than like the tiles that you would have on the top of a counter. What if I did this? That's very obviously not correct. What other materials do I have that I could use here? I use the garbage wood Wayne. Oh. Oh, eventually. Let's use this for the wall. I think that means that we need 1. And this just so happens to work almost exactly how I want it. But it just doesn't quite work. Ah well. I'll ignore it for now. And this does not convince me. This does not evoke the image of marble or granite like I was hoping it would. Kind of bad, but it works as a placeholder. Let's just copy this material here. And I guess this should be... Both of these should probably be 9. Oh, here we actually need a different one. So we'll make this one unique. And this might actually work. Maybe. Okay, but these ones... I think I just need the wood. So that is wood stolen from ambient CG. Actually, what if I made this one have a tile material? So that way, I can set this here. Oh. How do I, Okay, there we go. So let's assign this here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this tile material right here with this. I think I need warmer colors in here. Or I think I need a less busy wallpaper would be good. Also, I don't think it's going to quite work with this. What if I change how the power, or like the exponents there? Yeah, let's do noise on the ceiling as well. So yeah, wait. Oh, okay. That's this blending into there. So yeah, I just need something that's going to be less visually noisy. Because it might be... Oh yeah, this is my very terrible first attempt. Oh wait, no, this is my very bad first attempt. This is my equally bad second attempt. This is when I gave up and just stole this pattern from a different site. So if I just do 0.5 here, you know, screw the texture density. And then what happens if we did like 7 here? No. I mean, it's not super noticeable. The shading, but then again, the shading has more of an effect right now. Because it's very, very blue because of that's just how the shadows work in this area. And you know, I didn't realize that these... Well, I guess I could keep a little space up here. A little cabinet shelf. But okay, and I'm gonna keep the toilet and the bathtub placeholder for now. Because I'm already getting a little bit lost in the weeds here on the details of this thing. But let's just see it in the actual game. And that gives me an excuse to run around here. Because I think I want more areas with moving stuff in them. But I guess that's almost certainly not going to be this place. I'll just have to figure out... I'll just make some other town with things that move in it. But okay, so this is with my, you know, redecorating. So we could try to get it back to how it was. Interesting. So oh, I stole it from here. How does that work? What does that mean? Hang on. Let's go to bed box. Box bed? I should have named it differently, but that's okay. So we use the blanket. And it is persistent. And then here. Oh, and it is layer 13. That's the correct layer. So I can swap with this one. I cannot swap with this one. Why can I not? So let's look for the coat zone. Mask 13. So C, get overlapping bodies. Interesting interpretation of reality game. And not empty coat zone. So here it does it. Interesting. There it does it. But this begs the question, why did I trade here? So what am I colliding with? It's raining pretty good out there. It was also raining this morning. I went on a walk for the first time in a long time. Well, a morning walk, I should say, specifically. Okay, so we have 2 items now. Okay, so this is the one that collides with the blanket. This is the one. I think I need to make it so that I'm gonna just add that right now. Do not trade coats with objects through walls. Do a cast. But that won't be super high priority, but it will be, I think, V3 targeting. And code. I don't know why here specifically is the only place that does it, though, because... Oh, weird. I can't, Oh. Because can talk checks for state equals ground. Wait, but isn't crouching technically... Oh, wait, no. I guess it's not part of it. Let's do that. Okay, so that's why. You can't trade coats while you're crouching because it uses the talk logic, and for some reason, I don't know why that was the case. Okay. So that was the real bug. Thankfully, there was no other more serious thing. But okay, let's get Persephone's house as it is. Let's see how it feels. Looks bad. I hate this carpet. Oh, and this... Oh, right. Okay. I know why this is. This is because using the tile floor was the wrong decision. Or I should just make this the regular material. And not call attention to the fact that there's a trim here. And I want to make this a bed. Alright, first let's save. Okay, so we need area with a layer 10 will be, I think the Z, okay, so the Z points toward the players forward. And so of tantamount importance here is that you can't clip through the wall to get to this thing. And I'm pretty sure these don't actually have anything special attached to them. Yeah, because the player has the script now. But yeah, now you can sleep in her bed. And I might even make it so you can sleep on her chair. Or her sofa. Oh, you can't... Oh, you can't, If you press crouch up here, you don't sit. Hang on. So I'm going to do in-state crouch. So these are all more important. Elif rest. Oh. So what is speed? Well, what if I just... There we go. Now I can use speed wherever I want. In fact, I'm almost certain I use it in other places, don't I? And maybe I just use the velocity. Maybe I don't. Okay. But now, if you're already crouched and you press the crouch button again, it should put you in the sit mode. If you're actually in a next to like a chair. Maybe. Oh, did I put it in the wrong place? No, well, if pressed, so this is... That should be all good. So this should be here. There's no way that I'm actually going to be able to figure this, or get this working. With, well... What is our current velocity? Okay, so we did not get the rest button. Huh? Oh, it's because... Okay. It's because the crouch... So because you just sit up here, you actually don't need the sleep zone. Because I'm pretty sure this will... No, okay, it won't save you. Or it won't heal you if you do it like that. Why doesn't this work? So what if I just did and not empty sleep zone? And I should say that this is integral to the game. And also I have no idea how to do Persephone's quest still. Like, that's just a thing that gives me a lot of anxiety trying to figure out. Okay, so I don't know, is it possible to do the quest? And also I'm eager to do that camera rework, because the camera focuses a little too much on Jackie's boobs, I think, whenever it gets too close, because that's just where the camera is, like, focused. Because what I want it to be is it actually focuses on her head, and then it moves down here, but it doesn't actually change where the camera is. Because I don't want the camera to, like, drop down when you crouch, because that looks bad. So I basically just have some logic I'm gonna do. Okay, but I'm seeing here. I don't think this pressed button works. No, okay, it does. Oh, did I do the sleep zone wrong? Hang on. The sleep zone. So that is mask 10, and then here, no, box bed. No, these are both in layer 10. And they're here. Oh, wait, no. Are these supposed to be static bodies? Yeah, okay, yeah, I just realized they are actually supposed to be static bodies, so if we change type. Because it's an area checking the existence. So if we go to, not here. Here. Yeah, these are static bodies. Okay. That was the missing piece, actually. Okay, so now we can do this. And I'm going to do speed less than 0.2 and thank you for not letting me... Oh, wait. Wrong button. A major boon is also going to be getting my new desk. Which, honestly... Oh, what the... Interesting interpretation. But I think I know why. Because they are there. Should be there. And then these two go down. Wait, what happens if I'm... Oh, okay. So that's something that I would like to change. When you enter the animation... Okay. Let's put that as a bug in here. Let's do, I don't know, V3 bug animation. I'll call that a won't ship. Do I want to do that now? And do I want to do these now? I'm gonna also reduce the priority of this. And I did this one, basically. And I did this one. So that leaves the front door. So let's do... I guess I'll just do... Yep, let's hide the interior, show the exterior. I just remember that there is a, one of these things, there's an object in here that I scaled. That'll come back to bite me. I actually need the interior in here. Hmm. So I'm going to make one of those doors like the ones that I made for the, that I textured for the scene here. So if we go back to chunk 49, I'm basically just going to make a mesh version of one of these doors. I like this particular. That's a fun little one. I should figure out something else interesting to say. Let's see. I guess I'm still working on a devlog. And I don't know if I want to do the one that I've been working on, because it's the script and the voiceover is like 20 minutes. That's way too long for me. So maybe I should just make something that's a lot less, or a lot shorter. And talk about that. But I also don't want to do something that's just kind of like, hey, I exist and I'm making a video game. I don't know. Because I'm also not really... I don't have much to present. Because now I'm not really in the feature parts of the game design anymore. I'm in the, like... the mines. The content mines. So it's just going to be like, I spent 1 billion years making textures and models, and like I didn't really like do anything differently than how I normally make models. I just made more models. And let's make this auto smooth. And then do I want this to be... I should probably make it a little bit shorter, right? And let's see, so this time it actually did apply the scale. Let's just do that, just to be sure. This is going to be door, frame, door, kinematic. You know, nah, that doesn't need collision. Because it's basically redundant with, well, no, it actually does. And hopefully that won't be too dense for the, bullet. Because basically, the areas underneath the player and around the player get sort of finicky. Or they really don't like, dense geometry. Because for anyone who wasn't here when I discovered it, Godot uses bullet physics, which doesn't have support for areas, so it just uses the regular physics collision, which you might not think is that bad until you realize an area just needs to know, you know, if an object intersects the area. But an actual physics object needs to know when an object intersects it, how far does it intersect it so that it can eject it? Like, and in what direction is it coming from? And those are way more complicated calculations, especially if you have a lot of things that overlap. So, like, you know, so I had these big areas that were like, you know, like awareness cones for enemies and things like that. And they could collide with geometry. And when they did, they massively tanked performance because they collided with the geometry. It was a big shape with a lot of polygons in it. And it was like, okay, which polygon is the closest for some definition of closest? Like, if we have to push these two objects apart, how do we do it? And that was, less than ideal. You know what? That's... No. I was gonna say, that's gonna automatically triangulate the correct way, but it might not. And maybe someday I'll be able to select the correct vertices on the first try. And there's so many... I should work on, you know... I'm divided on what I'm going to do after this release. So, because for V3, you know, what I usually do, I release a version of the demo with new stuff, release a devlog saying, like, go play. And then I go on a break for, like, a month or a couple weeks and work on something else. And I'm not sure what I want to do this time. Because I have several fun ideas. One that I'm thinking about is working on the webcomic that I've been working on for a while. And actually like doing the pages. The other is doing a bunch of promotional art for the game. So it wouldn't even really be taking a break. The other is wait, what did I do? That was kind of interesting, but I'll do this instead. The double other is reworking the animations, and then I would be streaming, so it wouldn't even really be a break, but it would be cool. Huh. That looks kind of good. And this will be kinematic anyway, so if I do, I'll keep that as it is. Let's have something in here. But I might also just want to work on a different game, because I'll actually just show it off. So, I have a folder called Jams, which it used to be just for game jams, but now it's basically just for any game idea that I have. So here's Jak 4, which is this game. And here's every single game idea that I've had after this that I've actually started working on, to some extent. So it's 19 separate games that I've at least started like some sort of prototype on. So I could do any one of those. I want this one. So this is going to be door, window. And it doesn't even need collision because it's redundant with the convex hull. And this one will be transparent. I guess I should do it like this. Yuck. What if I did... I'll do that with these. Well, what if I did that? And then Shift G. Amount of faces. No. Shift G. Polygon sides. Control T. There we go. Much easier. And now I'm going to even add, dare I say it, a handle. Well, actually, It's really storming out there. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. Okay, so now we have this, and we have these completely... Let's do... What if I did this? Good enough. Let's do the same thing. Polygon sides. That looks bad. I guess I'll do these ones separately. And also, when did was I able to, like, change the... I'm gonna make this material slightly darker. This way I can convert this octagon quad. Oh, wait, but these are still kind of, screwy. I'll fix those soon. Let's do this part first. Let's see how this would look. That looks fine. Now, did I ever actually get that texture hatched? Oh wait, I need huh? I want it to be local. Hmm. Okay. Now we can do this. Wait, did I do this right? No, I didn't. There we go. So now when I rotate this, it'll look semi-plausible, like there could be some sort of mechanism for this to open. Well, actually, in reality, well, would it open? I guess it would open out. Hang on. I'm gonna do that. So basically, this hinge needs to be forward. So if I did like gx.02 5 7 gx.07 negative, now it hinges there, and so the player will be able to get out. And sadly, the player will not currently ledge grab. Well, I guess I can just add that. The player can ledge grab on the door handle, but they can't ledge grab on the window. Okay. I'm gonna slice off all of these. Well, Oh, right. I need to, let's get all of this stuff out of here as well. Let's mark the scene. I don't like how this isn't just, like, normal looking. Oh, okay. So there's something off with... I somehow created duplicate vertices at some point. Okay. I must have extruded something in here twice or something. Huh? R180. Oh, okay. Must have been something weird. Okay. So now, I could actually cannibalize this and make other doors if I want to. But I will. For now, it'll be that, and then we'll do, I don't know, I don't even know what this is. Oh. That's my, Boolean thing. Okay. Wait, I'm seeing... Ah, okay. This bit of the house sticks out just a tiny bit. Let's just fix that right now. Oh, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, obviously this does, because I can see it here. And here as well. This thing. Okay, seems fine otherwise. It does actually... Eh. Doors are kind of thick. Like, this door could be thinner, admittedly. But I'll let it slide as it is, because it could be like... You could treat it like, insulation. Like they added an extra layer inside. And now let's hide this. Let's see what this shape looks like. 248 vertices. That seems like a lot more than is actually here. Like, I cleaned this up properly, don't I? Well, we'll see if it tanks the frame rate if I touch it. Anyway, let's have some tinted windows in here. That should hopefully intrigue the player. On what I should do. All three of these are going to be in the same thing. I don't know. Why does this all, like... Oh, it's because this frame out here, I forgot, this is all its own thing as well. We have these, and I don't care for them. We have, oh, the outside as well. This, well, I don't know if I want to do that. So I should do, like... Yeah, what if I just did this instead? Yeah, so now it breaks down a little bit more densely. Okay. And so now let's make this here a little bit bigger. Where were these hidden? Oh, I guess these must be like vertices that hit something else, because for some reason it does this weird thing where even though these are completely separate things, if you hide, like, this thing, it hides a bunch of polygons that are any polygon that's connecting it, because it's actually hiding it in the editor instead of just in the UV editor. If I move these here. move this. This and this. Here. Because these things, I don't care if they overlap, because they're all going to be metal. But I would like a little bit of room around the door, because I'm going to do a little bit more with it. Oh, I thought I did it, but I did not. And I guess, and I can honestly just straight up, like, have some of these overlap. Well, actually, what I would rather do, well, but I'd rather have them overlap or scale them down a lot. I think these would be better in, here. Close enough to not overlapping. Actually, can I put this in here? I can. That basically doesn't overlap. And I have no idea what these are, so I'll just put them in here. Oh yeah, these are the handles, so they'll actually be kind of important to get right. Actually, what if I'll just put that in there. You know, I'm doing my best here. But this is what I get for making the doors slightly larger than they were. And that basically doesn't overlap. That doesn't count. And this one, it'll just overlap. It'll just be right here. See, was I drawing anything in Krita? I don't think so. You know, I'm going to put that in my project setup anyway. So this is going to be part of the to-do list. Standing desk. Oh, okay, I remember what I was working on. I was working on that 1-minute video. Okay, so now I have this. Honestly, doesn't look very good. Also, it doesn't have any noise. Oh, wait, no. That's because... I remember why. It's because this door is added underneath all the noise for other things. So let's do a UV, export UV. So let's see. So I'm going to not spoil my video. Okay. Door UV. So we're going to do just this color. And then noise. And I don't really need anything more for now. What I'll do next. So let's save this. Door file, and then we'll export this for now. Project. I don't know. Entities, environment, train set. I need the door and the door frame. Yes, that looks bad. So yeah, so we will definitely need some extra stuff here. So here I have my tablet. Yeah, part of my janky little setup here is that I have a little table underneath my main table, or the actual table that I'm using, in order to or have my desk or like my keyboard at a nice height. Because otherwise it's just slightly too tall for me, and my laptop's here. So if I had a bigger desk, that'd be nice. Let's see, so let's get some... Oh, my tablet is... Oh wait, no. It's just upside down. Do these not... Oh, it's because these are... Okay, I need to use the hard edge. And then let's do like little scratches and dings on it. And there's maybe like an ever so slight amount of corrosion. Oh wait, I just realized there's all of this real estate in here that I didn't use. Oh well. Let's just scratch some scratches all over these. Because I think the way that these would deform, or the way that these would get damaged is from the opening and closing. So let's do parallel lines here. Now they're a little regular though. Oh, wait, hopefully these are like the doors and not the like exterior. Oh wait, no, I think these might actually be... I don't know. Let's just scratch everything up. Because some of these are the outside, like of the door frame. And then let's do like some dots. Or like a rectangle. And it'll be... well, no. So I'm trying to think, what exactly do I want here? And if we do like that, like, does that even make sense? I don't think it does. Because basically what I'm going for is, like a grading of some sort that... What if this is... Ah, okay. There we go. So if it's above the noise, then it all makes sense. See, because these are little dots for grates. Which is definitely, like, completely sensible. I mean, it gives a little bit more visual interest at the very least. Oh, wait. Hang on. If I do that, then we do... There we go. It's terribly off-center, though. Hmm. Let's... I know what I need to do. I need to get these into a group. And then if I align these with the doors... So yeah, we need them right in here. Because this... Okay, now... And I'll test it with these lines here to make sure that I am understanding this correctly. Oh no. Hang on. Oh. The UVs were off. I had done something with the UVs and not re-imported. Okay, but now I can get this shadow in here. I mean, it looks nice with that, to be honest. Like, I like a lot of these details here. So what I'm gonna do, let's see if I can just paint some of these on. So this one I think is shading. Then we can also do like and let's see if I don't, this doesn't really do anything for me, this part here. Let's just get, because all of this actually, let's just get some lines in here. You know, just follow the, just do something with these. Oh wait. If I have this big old 1024 texture, I should use it. Eh. What am I missing from this that I like? I think the finer black lines are actually what's doing it for me. It's like if we had an even darker layer here. So this functions almost like ambient occlusion, because it's basically just dark in the very corners of these. So this is like implying there's a seam between these two components. See what that looks like. And then what if I just did a line? Right across. And I think also I might just prefer the darker color here. Hmm. I'm not a fan of... Either I'm not a fan of it, or I just don't... I would prefer a little bit more here. Let's grab this and let's do just a big ol' delete in here. Yeah, I think I might prefer this. I don't care for this line. Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't like that line. I don't think I care for this line down here, but... that's good enough, I think, for now. Because now what I'm gonna need is, let's go to the house, or, 049. In fact, I actually might need to make this node into an entirely separate scene as it is, because this is an active entity. Or because this needs to be, because I basically need to do... I guess I could just do this here. Well, no. These are not editable children. I'll just add the animation player here. Even though that sort of violates the spirit of the inactive entities. Okay, and I think that's my texture painting for now. Let's do door. Okay, and then transform here. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Rotation. And do I have... Okay, good. Cubic, let's see how this looks. Let's make it come in a little bit, so it'll be like... Come in a little bit like this. And then it'll settle back out to there. Let's see how this looks. Maybe a little too much. Well, that's fine. And someday I might even get the hinges in there. But okay, but now what I can do, we can go to here. So we have this door. And I'm going to add in the active entities. I wonder if I can do... I think this is how this works. Okay, yeah. So let's have the main speaker be this down here, in here. And also, these now have to activate first. So all these boxes which keep unfolding, I think I just keep clicking on them, but they need to be up here. Because the active entities need to be active first, or need to be active after that. Okay, so now we can have, let's just temporarily have a thing like, I don't know what it'll be. Custom entry enabled on. Oh, the door should be persistent, and then it should disable itself. So let's have this be inside a conditional thing. Conditional. And then this. And then this will be not global.stat Persephone unlocked. And we'll listen for the change. And then this thing, okay, it still has the house properly. Because what I'm going to do for now, let's just have a new thing, so it'll be let's see, and I don't know what I've been writing in here. Okay, I was just in the marketing area. Project. Dialogue. Side content, Persephone. House, door, dialogue. Okay. So that should work. So I think... where is the house itself? This. Tract stat. So how does this door stat work? So if is in group dynamic, generate stat, tract stat equals global node self, if tract stat not equals nothing, open stat equals door slash tract stat, stat power equals global stat tract stat. Okay, so I think what I actually should do is here plus stat. I also added this new little syntax. I can do plus stat for global add stat, and I can do stat this for global stat, plus stat for Persephone slash unlocked. And this is much more convenient than my weird, my old syntax where it's like plus this, and then it was like the name of the thing, because now I have a syntax that's much more consistent, so this is just a weird function name. But I think someday it's going to just be a full, like, Lisp implementation, basically. But okay, now what this should do is this'll, get our stat. Oh wait, I have to no clip out of here. Oh wait, no. Maybe I do? Yeah. Oh. Wait. No. Actually. This isn't correct. Because this should be an area, right? Yeah. And so this should have a mask of 2. That's what it should be. But why? What am I colliding with? Oh, it's the awning. Oh, it's... okay. Right, okay. These two. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so no. Let's not unlock it. Actually, yes. Let us do unlock it. And now, we gain entry. So now I will sleep on Persephone's bed like a rude guest. Also, I need to make the dust not kick up when you're, like, in here. Okay, and this door stays open, and the dialogue has disappeared. Because those were, very, very basic early features that I have thankfully actually implemented. Oh. This is just lovely. And I think V4... well, no. I don't think V4 is going to have temperature. Because I've been thinking, you know, the day-night doesn't really do anything right now, so I've been considering adding a temperature system where it would reduce your maximum health, or, like, be a soft reduction to your maximum health, where you take twice as much... God, I'm, like, burping and coughing and, like, getting my throat caught. Fine, I won't say it. No, I will. I'm thinking it'd be a soft, like, max health reduction, where there's some new threshold, and any health that you have above that, you take twice as much damage. And anytime you heal, you don't heal up to that amount. Maybe. I don't know about that. Maybe you can heal like half of it. But so that way, it's not like a survival game where it's like you're babysitting these meters or else you instantly lose. It's more like just something to incentivize the player to not be out at night running around doing combat, or to be anxious about the evening. But okay, so now I think the last thing I want to do is probably the, well, I could do the exterior. Because instead of bothering with the textures, well, I guess I'll do that tomorrow, because we only have like 10 minutes left. Some lighting in here would also be nice. There we go. Now it's day. You know, I'm going to use these for starting soon cards, because I've been not doing enough like actual gameplay stuff to have like interesting like screenshots for starting the game. So these will be my little social media posts. Because honestly, I think this I think having this day-night cycle has paid dividends, even though it's basically mechanically useless right now, just because I like how it looks. I think it looks nice. I like having the stars come and go. And maybe someday I'll have a moon or something. Or even mechanics that are useful with this system. Okay. Last thing I'm going to do until I go. Or until some other day after this. Let's get an environment. Area. Override. Shape. And this will be, collision 2. And we'll need 2 box shapes. And probably a cylinder shape for this part. Or 2 cylinder shapes, maybe even. I think for this one, it'll be like, it'll be the wind reduction, close camera, maybe enemies will ignore you in here. Because that'd be fine. Let's make sure it sticks out. I did not center it. And thankfully, these don't need to be exact, so I could maybe get away with only, like, with not having, well, I don't like that. Yeah, so I think for this part, I'll need a cylinder as well. All right. So now I can add environment override. Will significantly reduce the wind reduction. This will be, won't do anything with these. I guess I'll keep the sun. No combat close cam. Let's see if this works. Yeah, so now it's a little bit more constrained to the player. These counters are too big. Which actually works out well for me, because the wainscoting doesn't look good on them anyway. You know what? That'll be my final change for today. Since I'm already here. Hang on. I'm gonna walk up to my kitchen counter in real life and see what height they come to. About waist height. And I guess Jackie Jackie has a really high waist. So waist height for her is different than waist height for other people. So I guess I should have compared it to my hands. Okay, because waist height is about the middle of my forearm. So actually, so they need to be a little bit higher, actually. If I can put... I somehow have, like, an enormous L desk and I just don't have enough room. Like, I've somehow made this desk too small. Like, because there's, like, a full, like, half of it that I don't use. You know, now that I think about it, what if I just put my computer on this side? Like, you can't see what I'm doing, but basically, that would mean that my right hand would have all the space instead of my left hand, which doesn't do anything. Okay, what was I testing? Oh yeah, the height of the counters. And this actually kind of... The wainscoting, like, looping actually kind of works with this now. Because now it looks like the underside of the thing. Alright, I'll say that that's okay. I don't care for that texture underneath there, but that's also okay. Oh yeah. This needs to have a stair material. Because I have the... yeah, because they're too steep for human beings. But okay, I guess that's gonna be it for today. What did I do? Progress? I think I made progress today. Made some little objects. Did some little textures. Yeah, I guess it's adequate. I should do Duolingo today. I've missed 3 days in a row, so I think all my little things are done. But okay, front door is done. And then this, can't ship it would be ashamed, because it's done. Then I need to do the quests. Then I need to do music for this one. So I'm going to preemptively say the rest of these are going to be here, because what this means now is it'll it'll show it like this. Then let's see. This medium. Unsightly sliding. Okay. That all looks good. Alright, perfect. Okay, so hopefully by tomorrow I'll have some, well, honestly I probably won't have any side quest stuff done tomorrow. That'll probably be for Sunday. For tomorrow, instead I'll do probably some more modeling, probably that medium in this area. But okay, see you then.